Sent them to
But
me.
Perfect.
I'll talk to you guys afterwards about that shit. So
All right, perfect. Welcome back to Vinny's Corner, everybody. I'm your host, Vinny. I got the fellas with me. We got Cove on the road again. Cove, a rapper that I like named Chic Luch from The Locks. He's got a song on one of his albums called On the Road Again, just so you know.
Yeah.
We got my guy Showtime here in the Marlins hat as usual. Yo, did you see the way I updated the graphic? Was that a
I
real
like
Marlins
it.
jersey?
I like it. It's not. It's not.
I was like, where
It's
did this
AI.
Marlins
It's
jersey
AI
come from?
bullshit, dude. It's AI
The neon
bullshit.
shoulders. I was like, you know what? This is kind of gas, though. This is a dope alternate.
No, it's
I'm just
dope,
gonna
but it's
leave
not
it.
real.
And of course, we've got my guy Caleb here. Caleb's gonna actually answer. He's gonna be the guy who answers for the Mariners tonight. Because like, what was that? Like, what are we talking about here?
And there's another big subject on the Mariners too.
Well, and so, okay, so let's just jump into it. All right.
Let's
And
jump
there's
into it.
Jonathan. One of these days, this guy right here with the New York logo is going to join us on the show. So, eventually we'll have a whole another square up here. But in the meanwhile, okay, baseball, right? Before we jump into, let me look at the question stuff first, so I don't just like jump through them for no reason. But I think like the biggest thing for me, or like that jumped out to me, that like I've kind of been thinking is the MVP race, right? Where do you guys stand, like as it stands right now? Okay, so like with regard to like PCA, P. Crow Armstrong, right? Some people are still saying Shohei. What do you guys think realistic?
I have it at Pete right now. I don't really value Shohei's pitching right now. He hasn't pitched enough. No way. If he builds up to being a starter again, like enough, like pitch enough innings, you know what I mean? Because he's coming back, but he's gonna be limited with innings, as they ramp him back up for the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I don't really value him as a pitcher right now. PCA is the best player in the sport right now, I would say.
Am I wrong in saying that PCA is definitely like 100%, no doubt about it? PCA is
player.
having a better offensive season than Shohei.
Shohei, yes, right?
Yes. So yes. Shohei needs the pitching to put him over the top.
Exactly.
And
because the thing is, PCA's defense always puts him at a premier level there. Like, you can't question his defense.
He's a top defender at his position, so it's kind of tricky. Okay. So
but we know how these MVP votes go. They have their people that will vote, and it's going to be Shohei.
Yeah.
He's going to get a lot of the votes.
But it's not like the Cubs is a small market though. Like, obviously Shohei's favored, but it's not like the Cubs have a small market.
No, but when you look at it, if fans could vote, it would probably go a different way. But we know
I get it. Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about now?
There's popularity towards Shohei, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, like with Shohei, because a lot of times in these MVP races, especially when it's like a guy who just won like 2 or he's been in the race every year, voters get fatigued sometimes.
They do.
But like it feels like nobody has Shohei fatigue. This like
no.
I don't get it. Why is this guy such an anomaly? Like
it's because of the whole two-way thing, but I think they'll knock him for not pitching as much this year, Because previous years when he wasn't pitching, he was putting up ungodly numbers on offense. He's not doing that. He's just having an average season for his standards.
And listen, here's the other part of it, right? So what does the MVP mean by definition? The most valuable person.
Yeah,
in my mind,
player. Yeah.
When you get a player, right? When you get players that are in a comparable situation, what you have to look at is which one of those players has a heavier lift. Okay,
right.
Shohei has.
He does. Shohei doesn't have the heavier lift. He doesn't.
Right. So PCA has a way heavier lift as well. So
take PCA off the Cubs, they're not this good. Like they're
exactly.
a fringe
if
wild
Shohei
card
sits
team.
out a few games, it doesn't affect the Dodgers.
It doesn't.
No. Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Then that's why I lean PCA. I mean, there's this one stat with WAR. PCA has the most WAR in baseball. That's wins above replacement.
Yeah,
That's
wins
how
above
valuable
replacement.
he is.
That's like that's the stat everyone loves now. When you tell a guy like older like me who tries to say something about batting average, younger guys go, I don't care. What's his war? What's his war? I'm like, dude, how dare you hug me?
Yeah. Well, we know who has the historically worst WAR we've ever seen in our entire life.
The worst?
Yeah,
I don't.
Cal Riley.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, this guy, yo,
Wait,
this guy, bro. Come on.
wait. I mean, not this season, but like, okay, because of this,
we're not talking
this
about one
season, I'm
season,
sure is
but
probably
yes,
the worst
I
ever.
get it.
But like, due to this season, I wonder what his overall career stats look like now. Because like,
it
he has to be like, he's like borderline zero. Like,
right.
like I
He's
feel
a
like
point.
he's in the
He's
negative.
a
he's
point
not-
0.06 WAR.
Point
he has-
0.06.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Like, bro.
It has to be because of his defense. Wait. That war has to be because of his defense because he's not doing anything offensively. So
Like, literally not doing anything.
he's negative offensively.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a negative 0.6
Yeah,
WAR. So that's
negative.
weird.
Yeah,
B war,
Negative
okay.
0.0. Okay, he has a negative fucking. Yo, last year I was on this same podcast with this guy next to me, Cove, arguing that he was supposed to be the MVP. This
Yeah.
guy
I wasn't even on that boat. I wasn't. I wasn't on that
has a
boat. I
negative
wasn't.
war. Oh my god. Somewhere, look.
I wasn't
look,
on that
Showtime.
boat with. I mean, I wanted Cal to win MVP, yeah, but I didn't think he was the MVP because I knew what Judge was
Showtime.
doing.
You know who's going crazy over this guy's war right now? What's
Who?
his name from Baltimore? Manny.
Oh my god!
You know, Manny loves war. He's
Oh
he's
my God,
negative
yeah.
war. Oh my god, he's probably cooking on that. That's too much.
Oh
Too
my
funny. Oh my gosh. And so what do you guys think about the AL?
It's Jordan. It's Jordan.
Yeah. Is it like now?
It's
I mean,
Jordan
I would
or
put Cam-
Caminero?
I would put Caminero in the conversation for sure, but Jordan.
Yeah,
is
because
just
of
better.
look at how well Tampa is playing right now. So
Well,
I mean, the
it's
thing
a little
is,
bit.
both of them aren't replaceable, but I would think the Rays are as good as they are because of Caminero, but the Astros would be out of the race without Jordan. You know, so
and so it's tricky, and it's going to be tricky because like, and obviously a lot can happen. You know, first place is 2 games for the Astros at this point.
right, they're 2
Tampa
games
Bay's
up on the
4.5.
Rangers. Okay,
So it could go anyway, but let's just assume both those teams win their division. It's going to be a much tougher vote,
right.
you know, because like there was a point.
I mean, if Jordan wins the Triple Crown, he's the MVP. Period.
well, if he is the Triple Crown, and think about like earlier this season, we were looking at the Astros just floundering.
Sellers, yeah.
Like, what are they going to do? And basically, now they've taken the division on the back of this guy's word. So,
right,
you know, he would have to be the MVP.
right, because the
But I
Astros
could
are
see
incomplete
Caminero
without
would get
him.
votes though.
Yeah, I mean, he'll get second place votes. I'm pretty sure, regardless. Whoever doesn't win it, I don't think it'll be unanimous.
Okay. All right. And what do you guys think? How do we feel about the Cy Youngs?
I think it's two men race for the AL for sure, and it just depends who's ends up the season most consistent or most hot. You know, on a hot stretch, and if the Jays
What-
stay in the playoff race, because they're on a little run right now.
Right. So what do you think, Cove?
I mean, the only person I can see for the AL right now is Cam.
It feels so. Who now? Okay, Showtime. You say it's a 2-man race. Who's your second?
It's Cease and Schlittler.
Cease and Schlittler. Okay, Cease.
Yeah,
is
I mean,
you know what?
it's them, and it's no one else, pretty much.
You know, and they've been a lot better down the stretch. You know,
Now, if Toronto gets in, Cease wins.
Exactly. Like if Toronto
Yeah.
gets in, it's a big reason. It's because of
damn.
him.
Now I got to pull up the standings. Now I got to pull up the standings. Toronto is currently okay. So just like, let me not even read how many games back they are. That's irrelevant. We know they're not going to win the
Right.
division. but
No.
they have 63 wins already.
But in the
So-
wild card, I think like they're 1 or 2 games back, or maybe a half.
Right now, the only team. Oh well, you know what? Because what it is you got the Yankees and the Red Sox at 71 and 68, but
Right.
they're ahead of every other team.
And there's a real reality that every team in the AL wild card is from the East, from the AL East.
Oh,
Like,
you
that's
know
a
what it
real-
is? It's a half game. It's a half game because the Twins have one less loss than them. They have 65 losses. The Twins have 60 or the Blue Jays have 66.
Right.
That's all it is. Okay. So they're just out of it right now. But that could change for sure.
I mean, well, Cease has been the most consistent pitcher in the AL for a while now. So Cam needs to be consistent or just go on a tear of really good starts without too many blow-ups, because Cam does tend to have a blow-up here and there. So
Yeah, from as a Yankees fan, my hope and it would be great for him to win it.
but it's not a big deal if he doesn't. Yeah, he's still a
what
stud.
my concern is, I would like to see him get hot towards
before the
late
playoffs.
September.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what matters to me. He's been inconsistent through August.
Yep.
I'd like to see him just
be
kinda ease
consistent.
out
Like
in September.
if they have to limit his innings, they'll have to limit his innings just to keep him fresh for October.
But that's kind of where my mind is with it. It would be great to see, but if he won it this early, that would be dope.
Yeah, for sure. But it's not like he can't win one in the future. Like I think this is probably
he's-
Dylan Cease's peak. He probably
he's a
won't
very
win
young
one
dude,
again.
Cam.
Exactly.
And then the National League, is it just
It's
just
Miz.
Miz?
It's Miz. It's period.
It's
It's Miz.
All right, so I guess let's jump into it then, right?
Let me say one quick thing for the NL. Sandy Alcantara, really he's getting back into the NL MVP. I mean, Cy Young race, top 5-ish, I would say, because he's been pitching really well.
What do you think he would need to do
And
over
just
September?
keep on pitching consistently, which he has been since August, September.
He's been doing good, huh?
Yeah, he's been on a consistent stretch recently.
It's more.
I mean, I don't
he's
think
got to
he'll
be
get
more
top-
consistent from April on to be really
Right.
in the top 3.
Yeah, no, since I was just saying top 5. He could sneak into
Yeah.
the top 3, but I'm not
Yeah,
saying
he could
he'll
see
be
in
Cy
top
Young.
3, but he'd have to.
Right.
Everybody in the Cy Young has to be consistent all year round to be in Cy
Yeah,
Young.
I get it.
And that's this is why I wanted to know what your thoughts were on the AL side of it, because obviously Cam was lights out to start the season, but then he's become a little inconsistent. So I'm he had it locked up, but now I feel like he's kind of let the grip go. So
Right.
Yep.
that makes sense. All right,
For sure.
so let's get into it. So we'll start with Major League Baseball since we're already here and talking about it. So Yankees and the Red Sox. So the Red Sox is always personal, and you're right, Cove, it is. If Boston makes the playoffs, and so this is, I guess this is to me. If Boston was to make the playoffs, what I want to see the Yankees face them in October.
That would be electric.
That'll be good. Serious.
That would be electric.
It's one of those things that when you ask people about sports rivalries, they still mention this one. But if you ask a Yankees and a Red Sox fan, they'll tell you it's really died down in recent years. It hasn't had the same energy. So I would love a Red Sox Yankees playoff series. That would be awesome.
I mean, we saw it last year. I mean, there wasn't much hype to it, but there was a lot of beef. So
yeah, and for me, I'm always for that. I enjoy that a lot. So I would like that a lot.
as a wild card again, or a more deeper into the playoffs.
Well, right. So figure it. I mean, it would either be a wild card matchup in the first round,
Right.
or what do you think? A divisional round?
Yeah, I mean, would it be more?
Well, it's going to be a wild card because the Rays are
Right.
going to take it, so
Okay.
it's going to be an automatic
You're right
wild
about
card.
that. It probably will be the wild card. You're right.
Yeah, because you got Houston and the White Sox got 1-2, and then Yankees or Red Sox would be 3-4. So
Right.
it's gonna be a
Well,
wild.
Yeah, it's pretty much locked in for that.
Wait, so 1 through 4 would be the teams that win. 5 and
Yeah,
6 would be the
division.
Yankees, the Red Sox.
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
No, 1 through 3 or 3 will be that.
Yeah,
because
will
you're-
be
so
the
1 through
division.
3. You're right. 4
Yeah.
and 5.
4, 5,
Okay,
and 6
so-
are the wild cards, right?
Yep.
So 3 would be the wild card because 1, 2 get the bye.
Right.
1 and 2 get the bye.
Yeah, 1 and 2 get the bye. So if even if the Yankees who will lock in, they'll only get 4. So
Yeah, because the Rays are most likely getting a bye.
yeah,
And then who's number 2 right now? It's
White Sox.
okay.
Cove just
And-
wants to believe the White Sox are getting a bye.
Actually, I don't want the bye though. That's the thing, though. I don't
Right.
want the bye
You know
Because-
what? It's weird.
because if we sit too long, it might affect us. Because this is the first time in years that we actually make the playoffs. So I don't want the
Right.
bye.
Well, that's fair.
I mean, but if you get the bye, you book a home series. Like,
Yeah,
Right now, they would be what they would be the 2 seed right now.
yeah, they're a 2 seed right now, and they'd be 3 if Houston takes Houston.
yeah,
or
Houston's
the
not.
Rangers.
Houston's not. No way.
Yeah, but that's whoever takes the AFC. The
Right,
AFC.
right.
The AL West.
AL West,
The AL West
yep.
gets more wins, then they take 2, and then we get the 3, and we go into the wild card.
I mean, the AL West is just gonna be a 500 team, like 500 or maybe a little bit better, but nothing close to
Yeah,
what the
like
White Sox
82,
do.
80, maybe at the best.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah. So okay. So if it finished today, it would be the Yankees and the Red Sox first round wild card.
Awesome.
I'm here for it.
And-
Like
And there's been a lot of build up towards it just because of the Red Sox run. The Red Sox have been this whole feel good story, getting hot, now back in the wild card, like solidifying pretty much their spot. So
yeah. I mean, listen, as a fan, I would definitely enjoy it. No question about that. Here's the trick, right? I would rather
not face
play them than the other potential. Toronto stays on a heater, takes that 5th spot. And then we
Right,
end up
you would
playing
rather
a
face the Red Sox.
team
I
hot
get it.
Toronto.
You don't want to face the team that comes in
I'll be
hot. Yep. Nope, you don't.
Yeah. So
And we remember what Toronto did last year. So.
So it's kind of trick, right? Because right now the Red Sox
Right.
are cooling off and the Blue Jays are getting hot. So
Yeah.
we'll see how the end of the month goes. But
Right,
right now, I prefer that Red Sox matchup
right.
today. So we'll see. All right. So so now with the Marlins fighting for attention in Florida, are the Mets?
They're not fighting for attention. I was reading that. I'm like, what?
I mean, listen, Cove's got the best writing, though. I'll tell you what, man, right? Like, he's a real producer. Like, he's a real
He is,
producer. He's
yeah.
good at that. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. But okay, so as we were saying, with the Marlins fighting for attention in Florida, and the Mets suddenly becoming a team nobody wants to see in the NL, are they? Is that a thing?
They're just playing spoiler. They're not a team to be taken seriously.
They're not playoff team.
Yeah,
They're-
no,
they're
they're not to
team-
be taken seriously, but you can't take them for granted because they're playing spoiler.
Yeah, they are. They're one of those teams that like could ruin a wild card.
Exactly.
But like, if I was a Marlins fan and they ruined our wild card, I'd be pissed.
That's not gonna happen though. We're done
All
playing
year.
them. We're done
Right.
playing them.
Okay, there you go. So there's your answer, Cove.
That's
Nice
out the
and-
window.
Now to the Chicago side of things. So the White Sox interleague play here. The White Sox just shut out the Chicago Cubs 3-0. Is that enough to say that the Sox still own the bragging rights in Chicago?
Right.
It's tough to say. What do you think?
No, right now it's 33-32 for White Sox. They have the one more victory. They're 3-3 for the season, but they're 33-32.
But what's the White Sox record at Wrigley? Because I feel like that's a little bit more lopsided, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more lopsided at Wrigley.
Okay,
yes.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
The Cubs, I think the Cubs are over 70 wins,
Right.
and the White Sox are working towards 70.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
No. What he's talking about is overall. When the White
Yeah.
Sox,
Overall, the White Sox record at Wrigley, it's pretty
Oh,
landslide.
okay.
yeah, he's talking about when they play each other at home.
Historically,
Yeah.
It's
okay,
probably going to be more wins at Wrigley for the Cubs and more
Yeah.
wins at first rate.
I mean,
with
it's tough to
White
play
Sox.
at Wrigley. You can't really blame anyone for losing there.
I mean, it's got to be cool to be a Chicago, like from Chicago, right?
Oh yeah.
Both
Whether you're on
teams
the
are gonna be
south side
playing
or the
meaningful
north side, yeah,
baseball.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like
The statistics of it is we've only ever seen this 11 times in their entire history where they've both been good.
in
Wow.
100+ years of baseball.
I mean, they'll both have easily 70+ wins, so
Yeah.
or like 80
I mean,
plus.
we're looking at a potential, 2 playoff teams at this point.
Right.
So
No, they
but-
will. They'll both make the playoffs.
unfortunately,
Oh, yeah.
only one division winner though, because
Right.
Milwaukee is not giving up
No.
control of that Central.
Yeah.
You see,
The
the
Cubbies
Central
are
could
not
get
winning.
interesting.
Unless
Central
Milwaukee
could get-
just falls apart or
Right.
something, but that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's in their control, but they have to win the series versus the Cubs because they play the Cubs pretty soon.
It's kind of messed up. Like, I don't know if this sounds normal, but like because of how the Brewers have been, especially in recent years with like these first round exits, in my mind, I'm like, they could just keep blowing people out and just kill everybody, and then they're just gonna get there and just lose. Like I want
I feel like
to
there's a somewhat different type of feel with this Brewer team. I don't know.
No. I feel like
don't
this
know.
Brewer team needs to not take one or two, kind of dip
Right.
down a little bit into the 3 spot. Just
So
to
they
have a
don't
little,
play. You're right.
yeah,
So they don't play the hardest competition like
yeah.
early on.
Like they get the bye, and then they get who they get next round, and that probably
Right.
could screw them. Like we could see the Brewers versus the Dodgers in the next round.
Round 2 again, and then the Dodgers are like World Series favorites, obviously.
Yeah. So if the Brewers end up playing, who's leading the other division? It's the Braves. So
Braves,
say the Brewers
yeah.
and Braves.
Braves would be a much easier matchup for them. Exactly.
Yeah.
right now, definitely.
Mhm.
Braves don't know what they're doing. It feels like.
Braves are, I would say, one of the weaker division leaders besides like the AL West.
Mhm.
Like I don't see them as World Series contenders. I really don't. That's not even me hating on them.
Mm.
But
Still, all these NL teams are all 70, almost 80+ teams right now.
Right.
To one team that's barely hitting 80, which is the Rays. So it's like
Right.
it's a little different.
No, yeah, for sure.
Oh, go look at the run differential on the first place teams in the National League compared to the American
It's
League.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
The National
If
League,
you look at if you look at the run differential in the AL West, none of them are positive. I'm pretty
they're
sure.
all negative, bro. Okay, most of the teams in the AL are negative.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of
I
crazy.
mean, if you look at the whole wild card picture, besides like the Yankees and the Red Sox,
only 4 teams in the NL are negative.
wow.
Crazy. It's actually crazy.
Mhm.
And that's the thing. Like the Braves have the offensive firepower. But
Right.
the pitching is really kind
The
of gone
pitching is
awry.
always. I've stood by this all season, and I'm going to stand by it until it's exposed in the playoffs, which it will. I'm sorry. That's their question. Like, it really is.
Like I felt really good about even like Elder early in the season, but now I'm
he's
like,
just back to being average. Exactly.
as fuck. It's crazy.
Like you'll have a
alright.
random good starter, but that's it.
All right, next one up. Let's see what we got here. So, and I think I guess this is kind of for everybody here, but for the AL and NL races, now that we're kind of in that home stretch, which contender has the biggest chance of completely collapsing before October?
The Astros. I have to say the
Astros could. But they're not a contender, I wouldn't say.
Yeah, they're not contender. They're going to have a big collapse.
Shoot. I don't.
Do you
see
guys
anyone
believe in the
collapsing.
Rays yet?
I don't. I still.
No, I don't think. I think the
don't.
Rays are like one round and out.
I don't think they'll collapse, but I don't think they're a serious threat. Like one
I
of the
think
better
they're going
teams
to
in the
lose
AL.
in the
Yeah,
divisional round. They'll get the bye
right,
and they'll lose in the divisional
right.
round.
Yeah, they'll lose the divisional round. And watch, of all things, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if the Rays get in there and they get the Blue Jays, that might be the collapse
Watch
right
out.
there.
Exactly.
There you go. Yeah,
Or even the Red Sox. The Red Sox or the
Ooh.
Blue Jays could collapse them.
honestly, like it's going to be I don't know. It's going to be an ugly AL playoff if it's just like the whole AL East. Like
Yeah.
I don't even want to
It's
watch
the
that.
White Sox, the Astros, and the AL East. It's be like, what? No
Like
way.
that's
I don't
crazy.
think I don't think we've ever seen 5 teams in one division make a playoff.
Wait. One thing I will say is we did predict the AL East to be pretty strong,
Yeah.
but not in this way. Like
No, not to
it's
have 5 potential playoff teams. Because in reality, if you look at it, because we only added in this whole thing in the last few years, so it's not
right.
even. It wouldn't have been possible to have 5 AL teams, but now we do have a possibility. And if 5 teams in one division make the playoffs, they might. We might get the surprise MLB go. Oh, we're going to restructure the playoffs again.
Well, so this is I'm expecting when the new CBA is done or whatever the lockout, whatever happens, I'm expecting when we come back to baseball after what happens after this offseason, I'm expecting the divisions to be different.
Yeah.
Like I it feels like I've seen so much about it that I kind of just it feels like that's what like we're gonna come back and the AL East is gonna be completely different,
Right.
but things
Well,
are gonna
it's
be
not just the LEs. I think
all of
we
the
could.
divisions.
Yeah, I know, but we could possibly look into 8 teams making the playoffs instead of 6.
Oh, there'll be some it's going to be interesting to see what happens. There'll be quite a few changes I feel like to baseball. So I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to it. Hopefully it doesn't cost
it'll
us
be
the
a
season.
complete different
There
alignment.
should be a rule against sub 500 teams being in the playoffs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but we've seen that in the
There really
NFL.
should. There really should, because that's just
If
disgusting.
you win your division and you're below 500, you forfeit your spot to somebody.
That's just disgusting to me, dude. It really is.
It's crazy. Imagine Houston won with a below 500 record.
Yeah,
Very possible.
the only team that's got to worry about that right now is the Yankees, who get a 4 because a sub 500 team gets a 3.
Right.
I
think they should just format it based off of records. They shouldn't format it based off the top 3 immediately get,
division
it's just
leaders.
division winners.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think now? Like, let's say the playoffs started tomorrow. What hitters, like what batters on the contending teams, like who are the hot guys, right? So we know like Jordan, right? Okay,
Yeah, Jordan, obviously.
That's who. If you're playing the Astros, you're trying to avoid.
You just pitch around that guy and you hope other guys don't hurt you. Exactly.
Who else? Who else is there?
Murakami,
Yes,
because
Murakami's
because Murakami was massive in his league in the playoffs. So like he likes to turn it on for the playoffs. So
right.
I'm
One thing I'll say with
excited.
Murakami though is you can't really pitch around him because the lineup around him is still pretty
Too
good.
strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so and so to your point, and that's actually glad you said that first. I'm excited to see the White Sox as a whole get into the playoffs because there are a lot of guys on that lineup who I'm looking forward to seeing how they perform in the playoffs, like for real now. Now that they're like a real contender.
Right.
Like it's going to be Antonacci, Vargas. It's going to be good to watch these guys.
Right.
So I'm going to enjoy watching the White Sox.
Definitely. Rice for the Yankees for sure, especially when Judge is back. I mean, he'll be back. He'll probably be back to doing what he was before Judge got hurt.
Rice has been a very big positive for the Yankees this season, for sure.
Yeah, but it's tapered off with Judge and the whole Yankees lineup struggling. But that's you expect that. You really do.
Yeah, he's done his best. No question about that. So I haven't been upset.
So yeah, I think Rice will be back to being dangerous once Judge is back because Judge will be back. It's just him, and even if Judge is not his normal self, the threat of him will make others more dangerous.
It feels like, and I could be bugging, but it feels like the powers that be on the Yankees have already made the decision like we are not going to win this division. Don't rush him back.
Okay.
We'll get him back when we get him back. We're going to get into the playoffs.
I kind of get that same feel.
You know, like that's how it feels to me as a Yankees fan. It doesn't feel like we're actively trying to go get this division, but you know, it feels like we're just trying to get in the playoffs. And I'm not like I'm not mad about that necessarily.
But here's a twist with Judge. You know, usually regular season he plays all regular season, and playoffs he's a no show, right? But he's been off for
the script.
Yeah, he could flip the script this year because he's been off for so long that he gets hot right around the playoffs because he comes back in and he could actually hit in the playoffs.
Is he trying to get my hopes up? Is that what he's trying to do?
Yo.
It's working. I hope that happens, bro. I do. I really like.
One thing I will say, that could be the real case with Big G.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we know about my guy.
We know what playoff Big G is.
Yeah, man. Yeah. John Carlos is a different story.
So you get playoff G, and then you get playoff Judge. You're like, wow.
But you don't even. I mean, you can't even blame Judge for them losing last year. He held his own. It was just the rest of the lineup that didn't.
And look, this is where like okay, so now you see what you were saying about like the potential of Rice getting back into that groove with Judge coming back. That like imagine Stanton and Judge come back into the lineup fresh, and the immediate result is Rice getting hot as we enter the
and then everyone else benefits from that too. Bellinger, you know, Garcia, or whoever.
Low key,
I think that's been good for the playoffs for sure.
I've been saying this for a while. The Yankees get healthy, they're the best team in the AL. Period.
Yeah.
Unless they play Toronto.
Their pitching gives them such high of a ceiling, you know what I mean? Or a floor, such high of a floor, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Because their pitching can keep them in any game. Now, the bullpen, is it somewhat of a question besides Bednar? Yes. But their starting pitching is that good.
Okay, so you just said something, bullpen. And it struck the idea that I brought up in the chat. Okay. So do we now if you're because you're talking about Shohei, what he needs to do to become an MVP now. If they get when the playoffs begin, when the postseason starts, if the Dodgers have not had this guy pitching and they I'm sure they have him in practice or whatever. Right. The idea of moving him to closer for the postseason to me is like.
It's a great idea if they can't find a better option that can sustain throughout the playoffs. Edwin Diaz doesn't.
You're really going to put all the playoffs on Diaz?
No. I'm not saying, but if he gets over his little injury bugs, because I don't think he just is all of a sudden ass. I think he's been just playing hurt all year. I really do.
If you could have Shohei, and maybe not, because some games might require more than others. Right. Some games might require less. But if you could have him every other game of the postseason closing, that would be crazy.
Like pivotal games, exactly. He could close pivotal games, exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That could change the entire tide.
But would that benefit the Dodgers more than him being in the rotation? There's.
I don't know.
There's two sides to this. There's two sides to this.
You're right.
I mean, but the Dodgers have a healthy rotation coming back, so it'll be interesting to see.
On paper, the Dodgers rotation is, ridiculous.
It's ridiculous already, and they're not even fully healthy.
The only thing, and it's kind of messed up to say, the one thing that gives me a little bit of confidence is how openly it just looks like Scooble just could give two shits about whether they're winning or not. He's just whatever. He just wanted out of Detroit.
All right. He just had a career high in pitch count last start. So it seems like he really wants to go all in for that World Series.
We'll see. For them it would be a great thing, right?
Right.
If they walk into
he doesn't seem satisfied with what he's doing with the Dodgers so far.
They might legitimately have a 5-man, basically all aces rotation for the postseason.
They do. Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
They do,
It's a little
and the
frustrating.
leftovers will just be bullpen arms,
Like,
which then that fixes their bullpen issues. So it's a talent. It's a it's ridiculous.
Well,
what's his name?
I'll take it like this. The last
Sasaki,
2
yeah, he'll be
years,
back to the bullpen probably.
Bro, what's his name? Bubich.
Yeah,
That they grabbed
reliever.
from KC.
Exactly.
Like, if they get to a Game 7 situation, in one series and just need somebody for a couple of innings in the next series, just throw Bubich in for inning 3 and 4.
Right.
Bullpen game, no problem. Like,
you need an arm at the back end of your bullpen. There,
like, bro,
he's been a reliever before.
they're gonna have multiple starters that are just chilling, like waiting to do something in the postseason. Like, that's not even. But you know what? To be fair, if everyone's healthy, the Yankees are too.
Yeah, they are, for sure.
So, we've been pretty good about that so far, I think, in what we've got going on in our bullpen.
Right.
Some of the guys are a little iffy, but if all goes as of now, we're not going to need them all for the postseason. So,
right.
We'll see. All right. So that's Major League Baseball for us. Now, it is that time of year. Obviously, the NFL is coming back. Caleb's excited. He's a Seattle Seahawks fan, so that's fair. He's also an Eagles fan. I name all the teams, but we don't have time.
Whoever wins Super Bowl fan.
So all right, it's football season now. I guess what I wanted to get was like the Yankees sweep the Orioles. Ryan Yarbrough 3 innings saved. Let's go. I like to see that. Good news. Well done. That's my fault. The Yankees should thank me. When I bet against my team, they always win. They always win.
Yo, real quick on baseball. Caleb, did you see the Mariners called up?
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Called up their
We
stud
didn't
pitching
talk about
prospect.
this.
Yeah, well, let's touch on that real quick.
Let's do it.
So the Mariners called up their top pitching prospect, Kate Anderson, number 3 pick in the draft last year, lefty from LSU.
So
what does that, I don't know. It helps their struggling rotation, but will it help them climb back into the playoffs?
I don't know. It's probably over at this point. It's over at this point. They lost to the Brewers 22-0. That was terrible. So I don't think getting the playoffs is until contention.
I mean, I don't think it's over for them. I would say because they bounced back pretty nice the next day.
Oh yeah, they did. But...
Yeah, they bounced back, and today they got down early and they came back. So I don't think it's completely over. They just needed a reinforcement in that rotation, and they got it. So
yeah.
I mean, their offense is still a struggle, but if their arms can keep them in the game and the offense can do enough, they got hot at the end of last year. So I wouldn't rule that out. I wouldn't rule that out.
No. Yeah, you're right. No.
This sounds crazy. If Cal Raleigh could get his batting average up to just like 200, they would literally be doing so much better immediately because of the extra base hits. Like, it would be asinine. Like, I have no faith in them because of the offense so far.
Right.
Yeah. No.
But it feels like it feels like one thing could go right and it could change pretty easily.
Exactly. I mean, last year they were pretty much a mediocre team until they got hot on the end of the year and ran away with the division. That's why I'm not giving up hope on this team. I really haven't all year just because of how mid the AL West is. Like, no one's showing me that they want to win that division. Someone goes on hot stretch, they win that division, period.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
And this could be like the new spark that they need. You know what I mean? Sometimes call-ups can provide a spark, and that's what they needed.
The Yankees literally just did
Lombard. Exactly.
We just did it. And there is not a Yankees fan that wasn't happy it happened. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I wouldn't say that it hasn't, like, we have been playing better since we got Garcia and brought him up and brought Lombard up. So
I mean, the thing with Lombard is not even that he's a super flashy prospect. He's like off the rails. It's his glove it's the fundamentals that have been added by calling him up.
Well,
There's
you
no
add
more
a
of the
solid,
errors with Volpe.
you're adding an all-around real ball player,
Exactly.
and what that does is it adds something to the locker room. So like people don't necessarily see that, but there's a different when you have a little more confidence in the guy who's out there next to you,
Right.
it makes a difference for sure.
Right.
You know, and it was time for Volpe to go somewhere. Unfortunately,
Right.
like
I mean,
I've never seen a
there's still
longer
hope.
leash.
There's still hope for him, but it's not with the Yankees. It's not.
It just I've never seen a player get such a leash. Like
Right.
the fact that it took this long, it felt like that should have happened months ago.
The expectations for him put too much pressure on him. You know what I mean? Like he was just overwhelmed.
You're not wrong. But I do hope that it will provide, you know, and it has, I feel like, provided that kind of spark.
Right.
And so it'll be interesting now.
And that's what the Mariners are hoping with Cade. We'll see if it happens or not. But they needed a shot in the arm, and they did that.
What is like? Okay, so is he like a fastball pitcher? Is he like a
he has a deep pitch mix. He has a good off speed, and he has solid velocity. Like he can run it up to 95, but he's like a mid-90s pitcher.
But he's got a deep bag.
Yeah, he has a deep bag. He's very polished from LSU. We've seen polished LSU pitchers. I mean, he pitched he was the LSU ace, and they won the national championship with him.
Well, the Southeast has a lot of good baseball.
Exactly.
100%.
Yep. So you can't really doubt LSU pitchers. Like LSU pitchers are not a sure thing, but it's as close to a sure thing as you can have. And this guy was putting up like a 1-ish ERA in AA. They skipped him over AAA because that's a hitter-friendly league, and they don't want him to get, roughed up there, and then, that messes him up.
Okay. Well, it'll be interesting to see how this works.
I'm not saying they'll be a playoff team or not. This keeps them in the hunt, though.
Well, and like exactly what I was saying to you guys earlier. I agree with the decision regardless, because like you get the guy burned, you get him prepared, whether it's for this season, meaningful baseball in October, or it's, for the future. Right. I think it's better, right? Because if he's going to get beat up in AAA,
in the major leagues, exactly. He's not learning anything in the minors.
Yeah, so like I do agree with it, but the other thing, just the same thing that I said to you earlier.
Right.
I would have liked to have seen Seattle make this call 3 or 4 weeks ago.
I get that for sure. This is more out of desperation, exactly.
This would be an easier fight if they had brought him sooner.
They brought him sooner or earlier in the season, yeah.
So,
Seattle's gonna figure it out, because if not, we might see Caleb being a White Sox fan next year.
No, not gonna be a White Sox fan. No.
That would be a good one to, listen, I mean, just saying, if you're going to switch teams, now would be a good time to get on board with the White Sox. That's all I'm saying.
But that's only if we win the World Series. Then all of a sudden next week, like, shit, is that a White Sox act? No, it's not.
Mm-hmm. So, like, it's really on the table right now. And, I know we said we're going to go to football or whatever, but I don't really care about that. But
who cares about
it's
football?
Really on the table right now that there's a all Chicago World Series. That's a legit possibility, because the Chicago teams, if nothing else, they are winning series against everyone else that they play. Like, they're not winning every series, but like they're showing their ability to go into other teams and beat them up when they need to.
The only thing I'm not gonna be like pro on that, but if you look at that, it was a 4-3 game in extra, 4-3 game in extra, and a 3-0 game. Very low scoring, exciting baseball.
No, but the point is, right, is that they're able to get the job done against the good teams. And
I get that, but I'm just saying, when they're so close, that means you're going to get every game. And if they possibly both make the World Series, this is a guaranteed 7-game series, and every game could go extras.
Oh, I think it would be phenomenal for baseball. Like, Chicago, like 2 Midwest teams, obviously one city, but like it's the heart of the country kind of thing. Both storied franchises, and it just gets you away from the the Dodgers, the Yankees. You know what I mean? Like it just gives you a different feel. Like I think this would be dope. You know,
Yeah.
Cubs, PCA versus Murakami. That would be
Yeah.
dope. Here for that. That would be a real cool one. So let me ask, if let me just put it this way. Today, so we just talked about every team that could possibly be going to the playoffs. Who our 1, 2, and 3s are, right? 4, 5s. What do you guys think? What is the World Series going to be? National League. Who are you guys taking?
Is it obviously LA? I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it.
He doesn't want to say it, but he
If
also
it's not
doesn't want to get praised that I go, oh, the Braves. But
No, I'm not gonna say the Braves. I'm not.
I feel like
Because
team.
I don't know who to choose if it's not LA. That's the thing. I'll say LA. Fuck it.
surprised you're not saying Brewers, but you know.
I want to say the Brewers so bad, but I'm saying the
I
Cubs.
really do. Also, yeah.
I think
my
the
God.
Cubs are
Yeah,
going to do it.
I would put the Cubs right behind the Dodgers. Exactly.
No.
That's where I'm going to go for the National League. What do you think, Cove?
Yeah, you already know because I've been saying it since March. It's the Braves or bust for me because
Braves.
if not, I'm just
He's
going
gonna
like
say
shit.
Matrix, big time.
Yeah.
Wait, you just hit the Matrix. You got to say it again.
Oh, I said whatchamacallit, it has to be the Braves because I've been saying it since March. So
That's true. He has been saying it all season, so he got to.
and
stick with the Braves.
we know where my World Series predictions go sometimes.
Caleb, what about you, sir? National League.
I'm going to say LA, but I have to say, oh my God. I have to go with Milwaukee. They look pretty good.
I
All
like
right,
that.
let's do it. I like that. You know,
I would say my top 3 teams in the NL, and this is no hate on the Braves. This is just the way I've been about them all year. I would say my top 3 teams are the Dodgers, Cubs, then the Brewers.
Me too. I actually the Cubs went over the edge for me in the last series against the Dodgers. They
Right.
just looked like they finally kind of came into their own as a team. And I was like, okay, cool. Like I can see this team really winning some
Right.
series. So I agree with that. Okay, now what about the AL?
Oh my God.
As a Yankees fan,
White Sox win the AL. There.
for me, it's going to be the Yankees versus the White Sox. That's what I think the
I
ALCS
like that,
is going to be.
I like that for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm good with
like
either of those outcomes.
I
The
like
Yankees
that.
lose, I'm okay with that.
I would say Yankees are probably my AL favorites. Then the White Sox. Then I don't know, Boston. I just don't trust Tampa. I don't.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
kinda hard to-
I got Tampa being the Milwaukee,
Yeah, exactly. They're a carbon
being the
copy.
one round out. You know what I mean? We've only ever seen Tampa ever make the finals once, and it was COVID
Yeah, that
year.
was the lockout year. Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
I don't
so-
want to say the White Sox just because I'm just like that.
It's okay
But-
to say your team when it's
okay to say your
genuinely
team. Yeah.
it's legit. They're really
Yeah.
that good. You can
Yeah.
make that argument. Like
Yeah, but but I have like a big superstition with it. You notice how for most of the season I wasn't talking about them. Then I start talking about because I'm not going to jinx them. I'm not jinxing them. That's why.
and that's why I didn't say as the Yankees fan, I didn't just automatically pick my team. I just said that I think we're going to play you guys in the ALCS.
Right.
Because I'm like, I think we can get there. I don't know.
But my
what's gonna go out from there,
my second team is I still gotta wait because I want to see who's gonna be 6, who's gonna be 5-6. Because if you have Boston and you have Toronto and they're both on heaters, then either or could literally be a Cinderella story.
Yeah.
Nah, Canadians aren't going to win the World Series.
No, I'm not saying they're gonna win it. I'm just saying getting to the World Series. I'm not saying winning it. I'm just saying if Boston and Toronto get on heaters going in, they could be the most dangerous teams going in because they're hot going in.
Listen, I got no arguments there. You're right. I think any team in the AL East right now has the tools Honestly,
I wouldn't say Baltimore. I wouldn't say Baltimore.
If Baltimore gets hot enough, it's
well,
possible, but it depends on who they're
Yeah,
playing, though.
yeah, exactly.
like
I don't.
If
here's the
Baltimore
trick.
gets in, and they play the Rays, then they could be in
Right.
the Baltimore could
Well,
walk into the
but
ALCS.
Baltimore would need everyone else to get cold in the AL East.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
They already shit the bed too hard this season.
Yep.
So that they've got a mountain.
They would have to get the right matchup. Exactly.
But nothing wrong with that though. It happens.
Nothing.
All right. So baseball or football. It's that time. It's kind of crazy actually that it's that time of year already. That we're already at football season. Like there's a game. Actually, no surprise. There's football on right now, and the Raiders are losing.
As we speak.
Yep, and then that's what I
A pick six.
Like I feel bad. Why are they always losing? Like I didn't even have to look, but when I did, I was like, "Oh, they're losing! Surprise!" So let's look at the first. So if the Eagles win the NFC East again, are the Giants fans officially allowed to panic about the division? Well, so this is a really tricky one.
The Giants don't expect to win the division. You've been saying this for how long?
It would be awesome for the Giants to win the division. The only thing, right? So it's very rare. The NFC East is a division that is very rarely won by the same team back to back. So the fact that the Eagles just won 2 years in a row, it would be pretty crazy if they won a third year straight. But I kind of I don't know. I don't feel like the Eagles are going to win. Like, I almost feel like the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the division. Like, and I'm a Giants
Dallas, yeah, because of their defense. Yeah, Dallas. I said that because of their defense. Yeah.
But I'm not happy saying that out loud. Like, I'm a Giants fan. I don't want anyone to win the division besides the Giants. But I don't know. I don't really have that much faith. And I have to see what this new improved Eagles team looks like without AJ Brown.
Right.
They're gonna be terrible.
Receiver every season for them.
I don't see them being terrible because we had 1 year where Saquon goes 2,000 yards, and the next year he doesn't do 2,000 yards. So it doesn't matter if one of their guys pops off or not.
Right. Yeah, I don't think they'd be terrible.
No,
but Eagles fans just feel like AJ Brown was subtraction by addition, and then they replaced him with Lemon. Like, no, that doesn't work like that. He's you hate him or not, he's a productive wide receiver. That was like
he's a very
top 10.
He's a very it's not even just his skill sets as a receiver.
Right.
He's also known as like an extraordinary blocking receiver as well.
Right. And that's a big part of the Eagles. That's a big part of the Eagles.
Yeah. So, I've heard a lot of about him and Drake May apparently staying. I guess McDaniels has them.
There's been joint practice this week. It's been funny.
Which I've heard a lot of. I heard that what's the guy's name? Sal Palantonio. He's like the Eagles reporter.
Okay.
He was by AJ Brown talking to him, and he was like, and AJ was like, "Oh yeah, I've got to see everybody. It's all love with my guys from Philly, whatever." And he was like, "Have you spoken to Jalen?" And he was like, "No, we have not talked." Like, it's all love, but you have not talked to the quarterback that you just won the Super Bowl with.
The only thing I'm going to say about the Giants, the only way the Giants are going to win the division is if Cam Scatterbo doesn't have a good Twitch year.
The Giants, the best thing that John Harbaugh ever did in the history of the world, and it wasn't even because of Scatterbo. Actually, Teron Tracy missed a block, and what's his name? Jackson Dart got macked during the preseason game last week. And then Najee Harris got signed by the Giants this week. That was the move. That was the reason why that happened.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the Kyler Murray effect. Kyler Murray, if it's an odd COD year, he does all right. And Scatterbo, if his Twitch goes off, then he might not pay attention.
No, and that doesn't matter. Is my point. Is because we just signed a legitimate 1,000-yard every season running back. So I don't care if Scatterbo gets hurt. Like I anticipate. as a Giants fan who understands this guy does backflips for the fuck of it after like hurting his leg. I anticipate him getting hurt in the first half of the season this year.
At some point, yeah.
And
whether
at
it's
some
on him
point,
or not.
I anticipate Najee Harris becoming running back 1 and shoring shit up for the Giants. And I'm actually okay with that. I'm not really upset with that at all. But I like Cam Scatterboo a lot. I do.
Yeah.
I think he's got like fun energy, whatever. He's just like a bit of a retard. I don't know how else to say it. Like, he acts like CTE is made up make believe. Like, like get your shit together, bro. That's all.
Yeah, he needs to control himself, and so does Dart.
Yeah.
You saw. Wait, speaking of Dart, you saw the Dolphins and the Dolphins and Giants have joint practice. There was a scuffle today. You saw that?
I didn't actually.
You didn't? No, I don't know what it was, but there was a scuffle. I didn't really read much into it.
I wouldn't be
just because
surprised
it's so
if our
new. I
quarterback
haven't
was
really
involved.
heard much about it. Yeah.
Yeah, but my thing is, who hasn't scuffled in these split squads? It seems to be,
I mean,
it seems to be there's fights in everyone.
Well, this has been a very hot summer in America, and these guys are all playing with a bunch of dudes that are not their teammates, and it's like 100 degrees.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
There's
So
not
they're
really
just
much
like
to
they're
make
just
of it.
agitated because it's hot outside. Like, you heard at the Saints Dallas Cowboys one on one of the days this week. There were over 10 fights at the practice.
Jeez.
Like what? Like you guys are professionals. 10 fights is a lot. That seems like a little much. So speaking of your Dolphins, the next one that Cove had listed here actually, and it says that you guys got plenty of enemies in the AFC, the Bills and the Jets, namely. Which rival scares you more right now?
The Bills, for sure. It has to be the Bills. The Jets isn't even a question.
I had to throw the Jets in there. We're not going to talk about the Jets any other way.
We all know that the Jets aren't actually a football team, so like you knew that was kind of like he was trolling with that part.
The Jets are just another team in New York.
As a Dolphins fan, when you heard about the DJ Moore signing in Buffalo, were you like, oh, like did that move the needle for you, or were you like, whatever?
I'm like, whatever.
That's fair.
Like seriously, like it helps the receiving core, yeah, but I still don't see that putting them over the hump.
It feels like they try something every year.
They do, and unless it works and they prove me wrong in the playoffs, like I'm not. If they do fine in the regular season, like that's not gonna move. That's not gonna show me anything. If they get over the hump in the playoffs, sure, good for them. Whatever. I won't be happy for them, but okay, good for them.
My belief is that I think Moore is only going to help, but the reality is that as long as Josh Allen can minimize interceptions, and fumbles, as long as he can minimize turnovers, right? And
he's great and all, but he's great and all. But one thing I will say that hasn't really been talked about much, or as much as it should be, is his turnover problems. He really does have turnover problems.
Well, he got better
and keeps it, and he can in key situations too. Like you saw it last playoffs.
And that's what happened 2 years ago. His numbers had gone down. He had his MVP season, whatever. Last year, we started to see it again. Come the playoffs, losing the ball, forcing the ball, bad plays, bad decision making.
So like last year, there was some blame on him, where before it was just he was great, and it's the blames on everyone else. Like the Bills are just confusing.
Yeah, no. Listen, I agree. I actually like, and I don't want to sound ridiculous when I say this, but I'm going to say it out loud. I believe Josh Allen is actually overrated.
I've been saying this. I've been saying this for a while. I really have.
I don't even believe he was really the MVP that season. I think if you looked at the numbers and looked at I think it was Lamar. Yeah. It just felt like voter fatigue. So, I don't know. Whatever. I don't buy him. I don't buy what he's selling. I never have.
And he has a great life off the field, so who cares?
Listen, I'm sure he's a great dude, but like I'm not, I don't know, Bills football. I guess maybe I'm just like such a Giants fan that I'm like, ew, Bills. Like I don't know. I'm a hater. But anyone in a Bills jersey, I just hate on. That's a fact. All right, so Cove, this one is for you, huh? So we got the Falcons and the Saints. Falcons and the Saints is one of the nastiest rivalries in football. If you could
That is a
guarantee
fact.
New Orleans only wins one game against Atlanta this season, would you take it?
Oh yeah, well it's gonna guarantee both because you got Penix who's injury prone like crazy, and then you have Tua. They don't got a QB to challenge them.
Let
It's
me ask you guys a
ridiculous.
serious question. Is there a possibility that Tua gets cut before or by like week 4 or 5 in the season? Is that
There it
possible?
is. There it is. Not cut, but I think they'll bench him, and then he might just hang it up. Like, I don't think he'll get cut, but I think he might just hang it up. Like, they'll have a discussion with him, like, say, "Oh, are you like mentally able to still play football?" Like, I don't know.
Now this is just my opinion, but I feel like he went to Atlanta because it's the safest division where he's not going to get hit hard.
Exactly. No, that's a great point.
Well, like, right. So if you look at the NFC South, right, most of like all of the in-division games are in warmer southern climate, right? He
Yeah.
plays inside a dome, so he doesn't have to do any of the cold weather shit. I mean, realistically, it was actually a pretty smart move,
Yeah,
right?
as I said,
used to have to
smartest
play
move.
6 teams in the Northeast.
Yeah, because he's not gonna get challenged hard like he was before.
Yeah. His biggest
Because
challenge
he's not
is
playing
Baker.
New England.
Like,
He's not playing Buffalo. He's not playing New England. He's
Right.
playing New Orleans. He's playing Carolina.
Right.
Like, come on now.
It was
Different.
pretty obvious. It was pretty obvious what he was doing there. Like, I read like exactly what you said. That's what I was thinking too.
Mhm.
you
It's
know,
the safest to keep his career going because he's not going to get hit.
Right.
if he could have like a 2022, 2023
That's
year,
never gonna happen again.
it's
That's
just
never
over,
gonna happen.
huh?
That's
So
never
it-
gonna happen again.
So is this the year that Tyler Shug takes over the division?
He's the best quarterback in the division for sure. Period.
Yeah.
It feels like Kellen Moore and those guys know what's going on.
I mean, Penix has talent. He's just always injured.
Yeah.
No, you gotta just leave it at that.
That was a weird one. Like, if you want to be real, I don't understand the moves of like a new GM and what was that, Raheem Morris, like the
Yeah.
coach. Why the fuck would you have drafted this guy? He had those injuries in college. Like, this was very documented. Why
That's
would they
just
have gone
Falcons
out?
malpractice at its best. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
dude. Terrible. Honestly, it was just,
I think
yeah, like,
I think they went for Penix because they had Kirk Cousins, and I think they were so high on Cousins that
right.
they just wanted to have a
They
guy.
want Penix to develop behind him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the right move just because of Penix's injury history.
it's so weird, right? Being high. on-
Yeah, because
on
Cousins
Kirk
got hurt
Cousins.
right after. It's like, oh,
Exactly.
Like, what? Like, on Kirk Cousins? Like, what? But people were for a little bit. Like, they had that good season in Minnesota, even though he lost in the playoffs. They looked great in the regular season, and then he got a massive contract out of that.
But here's my thing with Cousins though. Does the league think he's a QB whisperer or something like that? Because he
No,
goes to
no way.
Atlanta to try to help Penix, and then
They think
he
he
gets
is when he's not. That's
and
the
then
thing. They think
then
is
when he
he's
goes
not.
now he's in the Raiders to get Mendoza ready. It's like
Look, the headline on ESPN right now, it says, so it's 3-20 Raiders against the Texans. Obviously, the Texans are winning. It says Fernando Mendoza throws 80-yard pick six as Texans go up 14-0.
That just shows he's not ready yet. It really does.
No, really.
Listen, and I'll be honest, I think that he's going to be like, okay. I think he's going to be literally, I'm glad they got Kirk Cousins to be the guy in front of him because that's the quarterback that he's going to be. Kirk Cousins.
Right.
Like, he's not going to be he's not going to be like the next, like, Pat Mahomes. Like, he's Kirk Cousins. That's who he is.
And
He
they
even
took
looked
him
like
number one because of the hype. Like, and they needed a quarterback. It's not because he was the best player.
And like, I get it. I'm telling you, the team who's about to the team whose whole fortune's about to change, if it works, it's Arizona. If Jeremiah Love is him and Carson Beck is not like, he's not going to be
He's not a
the best
bum.
quarterback
Yeah.
ever, but if he is a stable starting quarterback, like all of a sudden Arizona is like a legit team. Like there's a whole
legit team
promise there
with
with that
maybe
team.
not a legit team, but like a mediocre team with a future.
But there's promise. There's promise. That's what I'm saying. Like all of a sudden you're like,
And
okay,
when
we
have
got
you
some big
ever
things out of
heard
the way.
promise around the Cardinals' name? Like since
2008.
They had
The
Larry
only other
Fitz,
way this
that's
could go
it.
better is if MHJ also comes into his own this season.
Yeah.
Like if they came out of this season knowing they had a quarterback, running back, receiver, and their end tight end, then like go fill in the other holes.
Yeah.
You fix your defense and you could have a playoff team there.
Yeah, like that could be huge. So it'll be really interesting to see if Carson Beck ends up as the starter. And if he does,
I'm
the
rooting
reason
for him.
why I
I'm
bring this
rooting
up.
for him big time. I don't hate the guy. I don't hate the guy.
Now, the reason why I bring this idea up is because check this out. What if this is where my whole Falcons thought process comes up? What if the Falcons were to then go out and get Brissett from Arizona and cut Tua? Brissett's better than Tua.
Yeah, definitely.
And Brissett's
Kenny
like a career
Pickett is better than Tua.
Yeah.
Dude said Kenny Pickett. They're comparable, okay? Let's not go that far.
Kenny Pickett's a Super Bowl champion, right?
Kenny Pickett. And this is we come to compare to what to Kenny Pickett. Come on, man.
What levels are we going to here, man?
Well, so wait, hold on. What is this? Okay, Cole, you just threw me off. I don't know what I got. I'm gonna have to we're gonna read through this one together because this goes in a whole different direction here. So now I'm interested. Everyone, Olympics. More than 200 NFL players from over 25 countries have expressed interest in playing Olympic flag football in 2028. First, I did not know that there were 25 countries represented in the NFL. I'll be honest, I really didn't know it was that diverse. So that's pretty incredible. So they want to play flag football in 2028. Should NFL stars actually be allowed to represent their countries? In America, we're doing it, right?
Yep.
Showtime.
The NHL can play. NHL can play the winners. I can't see why not. If you let in any Olympics, summer or winter, if you're allowed to let professionals play, then we want to see the best of the best. So why not see the best of the best?
Yeah.
What you pay for.
Well, I think that and like maybe I'm wrong, but I think that Team USA is not NFL players.
No.
But like when they played the NFL players, they busted their asses.
Yeah.
Like right? So that actually happened fairly recently, right? Remember, I think they did like a thing and like Tom Brady even like played in one of them. But like apparently the flag football people are really good at what they do. It's a slightly different skill set. If that makes sense.
NFL flag football in the Olympics. I really don't.
It's weird.
What does Team USA? Team USA has Team Patrick Mahomes on the flag football team.
They might.
No, yeah, they do. I can't think of the guy's name, but he looks exactly like Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, he looks just like Patrick. You're saying, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it a legitimate rumor? Because I haven't heard about it at all. Or is it just a random thought?
No, if you look up the Team USA quarterback, it's that they're talking about. He looks.
I'm looking at him right now.
He looks like Patrick Mahomes. He plays like Patrick Mahomes. He's like the Team version of Patrick Mahomes.
Oh shit! Okay.
That's funny. I think I see the guy you're talking about.
Yeah.
This is interesting. So flag football is like a big thing here now.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. I think this is my thought process on it, Cove, and I'll leave it at this. Tryouts, like in everything else in the Olympics, and whoever may the best man win, right?
Yeah.
If not NFL players smoke the NFL players, then so be it. If the NFL players smoke them, then whoever the best men are.
But it's more so the other countries. Like I said, 25 different countries. It's more of NFL players will play for every other country because they'll have a chance to play for. Because if they want to play for USA, that's just a stacked roster.
Well,
so I think they want to play for their home countries.
But you know how America is, right? So as soon as other countries start playing Olympic football with NFL players, the NFL is just going to, or the Olympic Committee is just going to low
They're
key
just
reach
gonna
out
add
to
more and
NFL
more
players,
countries.
and they're going to be
Yeah.
like, we want the best NFL players. They're going to put together an all-pro roster, like that's what they're going to do. They're going to put together a bunch of all-pros and
Oh
send it
yeah,
out
like a
there.
dream team kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's how Americans are. Like they'll be like, oh no, fuck this. They got NFL guys. Oh, forget it. Get our best. Like yeah, So I don't know, but it'll be interesting. I'm down for everything though. I just like competition. So whoever's playing, I'm watching.
This whole NFL flag football Olympics thing is just a completely new thing to me. I haven't heard about it at all, so that's kind of just caught me off guard. I wouldn't be against it though. It sounds fun.
I'd rather have NFL flag football than breakdancing again. Just to be fair.
That was like that Australian girl that went viral.
She destroyed the whole thing.
She looked like she was having a seizure on the floor.
Wait. Was that the whole ice skating thing, or what was it?
No, it was breakdancing.
Olympic break. I'll send you the.
That was actually a thing. Later. What the hell? I haven't heard
you're
about
gonna be
that.
crying. You're gonna.
Oh
be
my
crying.
god, the bunny hop. Girl. She did a bunny hop as a breakdancing
girl. Looks like she is seizuring on the floor. Showtime. Like it is one of the most. It's so ridiculous.
What, like a seizure on the floor? Like
the crazy part is they said that she's a professional breakdancer, and I was like, what?
Oh my
god!
Then
you actually see what she does, and you're like, that's professional.
Australian Olympic.
I can't believe you never saw that. That shit went viral real quick.
I didn't see it at all. What the hell?
Oh my! Oh, bro! Oh. Yo, hold on. When she does the bunny hop.
The bunny hop. Oh yeah, the bunny hop.
Oh, hold on. Oh God, let me get this.
This makes Angel Reese look like a top tier shooter.
Bro, it's one of the funnier videos. Like it's. Oh my. Okay, here we go. This is.
They got memed the shit out of it, like 100%. Everybody memed the shit out of it.
I'm sending it to you in a chat right now. Showtime.
Okay.
I'm sending it to the amigos.
Okay.
Here we go. Where is it? Boom. Photos. Like this is an actual Olympic dancing performance.
God.
It's really happening. Somebody recorded this off their TV as it was happening. This was really she won a medal for this, I think.
No, she didn't win a medal. No, there's no way she medaled in this shit. With that performance, there's no way.
Bro, that was one of the crazier things.
What the hell?
No, they said this. They said her performance is what the IOC was like. We're not having breakdancing back again. After that performance, they were like, no.
She was just like squirming on the floor.
Yeah. It was very, very weird. Very, very weird stuff going on.
Like I said, she's apparently one of the best hip hop dancers in Australia. I'm like, who are you competing against?
Well, I mean, and this is how you know you can't trust hip hop culture from other countries. Like it's hip hop culture, not American hip hop culture. It's got to be weird, obviously.
Oh, I'll tell you, just to speak of it, like I'm surprised the Koreans didn't kill that shit because Korean hip hop dancers are insane.
I watch dance battles on TikTok like it's my job. That's like what I do like when I'm bored. So I know exactly what you're talking about. You're right. Those Asians can really move.
He's still watching it, going, "What the hell is this?"
I don't know if you guys know Showtime can break dance too.
Oh my god!
No, so now the last NFL question. It's for. I guess it's kind of for the Raiders and the Vikings, but it's really just for preseason as a whole, right? So there's a preseason game on tonight. Can we trust what we see in preseason?
No.
Yes and no, right? There's like
they go 75 at best in the preseason game.
It's very like it's weird to say, like you see some stuff and you want to get excited for it, when you see something positive, you want to get excited for it, but then you're like,
But you
no,
gotta see more of it. That's the thing. Like
yeah,
if you
it's
see it
like,
consistently throughout the preseason, then sure. But like,
This is why they've
like,
talked about going up to 18 games and then dropping down preseason to 2.
like if I was in LA, I think that Ty Simpson would take 75% of the preseason snaps left for the rest of the season. So I
yeah,
could see if 21 out of 25 was an aberration. Like,
right.
I want to know if we really struck gold. Like, is this guy really
Yeah,
him?
because you don't need to play Matt Stafford in the preseason.
Like,
You
Yeah.
really don't.
and you could only play him in the playoffs and then put him to the side, and you could save a roster spot by potentially just putting him in your second spot right there.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a lot of reasons to just play him out, I think, over the preseason. But can you
I mean,
trust
one
what
thing
you
I will
see?
say about preseason is guys like that you don't think are big names, but like make names for themselves. Like that's the most headlines you can get out of preseason. I would say.
Yeah,
Guys
for
fighting for
sure.
spots or
Yeah.
trying to make a name for themselves. Like lower round draft picks. Like if top picks struggle, it's not a big deal. It
Well,
really isn't.
but like also, right? Like there's a real potential since we know that like in Arizona's case, since we know that they have Gardner Minshew as well, there's a real
Bingo.
possibility that if Carson plays most of the preseason and they're like, you know what, we can start this kid, then they
Right.
have the ability, they have an asset in Brissett that they can really trade, right, to get something back early on, maybe something else that could help him,
Right.
or for picks, whatever, right? But like it, preseason can have a value. It just depends on what you got going on, right?
Exactly. Like for example, I'll bring up the Dolphins just because I watched one of their drives with their starters in. Malik Willis balled out first drive, 4 for 5,
Yeah.
had a highlight catch by Caleb Douglas. Caleb Douglas was like a later round wide receiver we took. He's super athletic. He made a highlight play. And he's been making headlines in camp. So that's like someone that can move up the depth chart. Prove himself to be a
Exactly.
core wide receiver. You know what I mean?
I like Willis.
I really do too. I really do too. He just
Like,
has to prove it for the whole season and having weapons that'll establish himself. I think the competition is what's gonna raise, the ceiling of this wide receiver room. Like just having competition.
Right.
Knowing there's
I
no
think you're
solidified
just more happy that Tua's not there.
and yes and no, okay. I have a love-hate relationship with the guy. I'll never hate him, but the last few years were rough, I will say. Obviously.
but like I feel like Malik Willis could be like I feel like he could play at say like at like a Baker Mayfield level.
Exactly. He
No doubt.
might not be a stud, but he's gonna be usable at best. At
He
worst.
definitely like serviceable, basically a franchise level quarterback that could get you to a
Exactly.
postseason.
He's gonna be worth the contract. Like, there's no way
Yeah,
his contract is not gonna be worth it.
and he's familiar with the team now that's in place.
Exactly.
So
I mean,
the
they
continuity
brought
there. I like
his whole coaching staff over from Green Bay. That's how much they trusted him. So
yeah, no, I like this move actually for them. I
it's
think
a
like
whole new culture change, and it's gonna lead to good things for the Dolphins. You can bookmark this. We can play this back whenever. It's gonna lead to good things.
if
You
nothing
guys are
else,
just playing for one of 3 quarterbacks out of the draft next year.
We're not. If Willis proves himself somewhat this year, we draft other positions of need. If not, then you look more down the line to draft a quarterback. But you don't judge
But if the
Willis.
Dolphins
You
have a
don't you
chance to
don't
go
judge
after
Willis based off of one season.
Manning or Snell,
I
Sellers
no,
or
no,
more, they might go after him.
no. I
they
don't see
just
it.
put a new regime in, so you
I
have to
don't see it.
assume
I
that
don't
they are
see it.
not going to tank.
Right.
I'm
They're
not saying
not
they're
gonna-
going to tank, but I'm
They're
saying
not
they have
gonna
a
tank,
possibility.
but they're not gonna give up on Willis after 1 year. There's no way.
Yeah, I like based on what this team has done and based on the personnel that came together to the team, I feel like this is a core that's going to be there. I feel like this is a 3-season
while.
core together, and they're going to add to it.
Yep. And if
You know?
anything, they'll draft a position other than quarterback early. They could draft another quarterback later just to solidify a backup if need so. But they're not gonna give up on Willis after 1 year and draft
They
another
left
quarterback.
Green
super high.
Bay.
No, I'm not saying they
and
give up
brought
on Willis, but because you're not going to throw Manning in there, you're not going to throw Moore in there, and you're not going to throw the top 3 quarterbacks in there. They're all going to be sitting
But if you take a quarterback that high, like you're gonna play him at some point, and then that means you don't view Willis as your franchise guy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I don't think they'll give up
But
on
that
him
could
being
challenge
franchise.
Willis to be better, though.
No, I
That's the
get
other thing. The thing for Willis is that even if they get a guy, then that just challenges him more to be trying to stay number one.
okay, yeah, I get what you mean by that because they
Yeah.
have said a lot about drafting quarterbacks and having competition. You know,
Yeah.
so
Well, you just
and
don't
that
want
is a great
Dakota.
take.
You just don't want Dakota there because you know then Caleb's going to be a Dolphin fan next year.
I think it's going to heavily rely on one thing. It's going to be like, and ultimately, it's unfortunate to say this, but it's going to come down to wins and losses. Like, even
Yeah.
if Willis plays well, if they don't have the wins and losses at the end of the season, they're still probably going to end up drafting just to keep people happy.
Yeah.
Know about that.
I mean,
I don't
I
think it's.
have
I
the
don't
hope
think it's.
that you guys are not going to tank like the Jets, so don't
We're
worry
not
about
gonna
it.
tank, like, but I don't think we'll be
I think they're going to
competitive.
be okay. I think that
No,
team
you're
can
not
win
gonna be
some
fine.
games.
No,
I mean,
I
look,
mean,
look, look, look,
there's a
look,
guarantee
look.
because you have the Jets in your division. You know you're
No,
not going to get the top pick
no.
because the Jets
I
always will take the top pick for you from you.
I
Yeah,
believe that the Dolphins will win at least 7 games this season.
seven,
I
8
don't
games,
see. I
something like
don't
that.
see. My expectation, and reasonably so, is that they'll be one of the worst teams in the league, but they'll be fun to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch
It'd
for
just be
sure.
One of the
dangerous
worst
if
teams
they
in the
hit
league, but fun to
5
watch.
wins. They have a possibility because the number one's going to go to a 4 win or 5 win team. We know
I
that.
get
Yeah.
it.
I
So
mean,
as long as
for
they
There's
win
me,
just
6, that's a top 10
there's
listen,
a
pick.
we
lot
don't.
of excitement around the Dolphins. I don't think it'll lead to wins though, and that's why I don't think Willis will be judged based off of wins or losses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like Miami's going to get a top 10 pick regardless.
Oh yeah, that's a shoe in for sure. I would say top 5 is even a shoe in.
Yeah.
I don't
So
think I
I
get
don't
more.
see, but what I'm saying is I don't see them taking a quarterback top 5. I really don't.
Yeah, you're not getting more. So
I
Nothing
don't think they
more.
would want more either. I don't think they would either.
yeah.
Because I mean, they get a top 3 pick, and Jeremiah Smith is available. He'll probably
I think Atlanta is
he's
going to have the number
probably
one pick.
Yeah.
okay.
And which we all know is going to be Moore or Manning is going to be one of the first 2 quarterbacks to
One
go.
and two gonna
You
be
don't think
No,
more.
but like
none of
legitimately,
you guys think Smith is going first?
Hmm?
None of you guys think Jeremiah is going first?
As a
it
quarterback?
depends on who. It
No,
depends on who.
Jeremiah Smith.
No. I said Manning or Moore will be the first 2 quarterbacks being
Oh,
picked.
first 2
Or
quarterbacks. I thought you
quarterback.
said
Yeah.
picks.
If
Okay.
listen. Okay, here's your scenarios. Check this out. Let's say it's Cleveland, Atlanta, or New York Jets, who are the first 3 spots. Let's just throw
Yeah.
They
those
all
out as random.
quarterback. They're
Yep.
all taking
Cleveland's going
They're all
quarterback.
taking quarterbacks. Unless Shador Sanders hits this season for them and they're like, we're going to keep him.
right.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't. Right now, it looks like Deshaun Watson starts week 1.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! This is
Like, what?
what?
I can't even believe I just said that and I was being serious.
Yeah, because they've said that. They've said that they're going to play him out regardless because they're paying him a ton of money.
Yeah, they need to see.
He's
They
going
need
to be
to see.
playing 90% of the games, whether he likes it or not. They're going to use him.
Why
because this
not
is
just
last year.
put Shador out there for this whole season and
Yeah,
see if you
Shador.
hit? Just
Yeah.
see if you hit.
It's
like-
See if he
contract.
can play
It's the
the
contract.
better than the chance. Like,
It's
Like-
the contract. They want to see if he's a lost cause or not.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. Based on like, there's no
It doesn't
way
make
we can,
sense,
like,
but it's what
not
they're
the
doing.
Future. Right? Like,
It's the Browns, man. It's what they
dude,
do.
it's so crazy. Being a Browns fan is one of the wildest things in sports. You
Yeah.
people who are Browns fans, you are sick fucking people, man. I'll tell you what, I don't know how
They're
you do it.
warriors. They're warriors. You can't.
What?
You can't
This
downgrade
is, this,
Warriors,
is,
man.
this is what I'll tell you, Vinny. The only reason why I shit on Shador is because he's a Brown. Put Shador anywhere else, he'll succeed. Nobody succeeds as a Brown quarterback.
That's true.
Nobody.
unfortunately, you're right. It's
And that's the same thing with the Jets. It really is.
Yeah, you're a Jets quarterback. You're a Browns quarterback. You're just doomed to just be there.
And
I-
before the season's
Washington,
done.
and Washington, you could be injury prone.
I
So
think
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn is going to get fired by like week 7.
if his defense doesn't get
The
somewhat better,
defense doesn't step up with. I
Well,
Yeah.
okay, hold on. Look, they went out and they got Geno Smith, right? Not the
Again.
Geno Smith that we saw in Seattle 2,
No.
3 years ago. The Geno
No.
Smith we saw last year in Las Vegas was
Yeah.
one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen play ball, bro.
I,
And I live in West
I,
Virginia, like
I
that's
didn't
my
even
guy.
watch the Seattle
That was
Seahawks.
awful.
I'm dead set on this one. I believe the Jets went to go Geno Smith because they're going after Moore or Manning. They're deliberately tanking to get that top pick.
Like Geno feels like Geno does feel after last season. Geno does feel like a tank move. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
it's,
like,
they want a
there were a
top
couple
pick.
of nights,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there were like maybe 2 or 3 nights, when I was actually working in a Raiders game last year, and I was going to myself, no fucking way. What did he just do? And I'm just watching, and I'm like, he played really bad. He had some really bad moves.
Could
last
you
year.
imagine though? Could you imagine though? Like Geno Smith goes to the Raiders. They tanked basically to get Mendoza, and then he goes to the Jets. They tanked to go for Manning. Geno Smith is gonna be that guy that's gonna be the automatic tank quarterback. As soon as you get Geno Smith, you're like, oh, I guess we're getting number 1 because he'd be 2 for
I
2.
mean, I guess if it works, right, it keeps
Yeah.
him in the league. I don't know. But wow,
Geno
it's just,
Smith going to the Jets confirms that they tank, and then if they take a quarterback and they flop, I'll laugh in their face.
Oh no, I'll laugh. I'll laugh when
Well-
Geno Smith gets kicked out of the Jets, goes somewhere else, and they tank, and then all of a sudden that's 3 years in a row, number 1 pick because Geno Smith was the star quarterback. It's like Geno, you need to retire, dude. You really need to retire.
I believe that the Jets need new ownership as well.
Yes.
They do.
Who's their owner again? It's Woody Johnson or something
Woody
like that.
Johnson
Yeah.
used his high school sons, basing stuff off scores on Madden games to decide. Right, the Jets were looking at going after Judy from Cleveland, and literally they looked at his numbers on fucking Madden for his kids. That's what they did, and he was like, "Oh, okay, maybe not." Like what? Like this was written up in an article in the Athletic. This really happened. Like
Madden. Jesus
what?
Christ.
Like,
Yeah, but there's a small sense of reality. And I don't think you've ever known about this because you might not have looked into this. MLB actual coaches actually use MLB the Show to actually.
Okay, that's a real
It's
MLB thing. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. That's a very well known thing, but that's
It's
not
a very well known
ridiculous.
thing. So if it works in the MLB, maybe the NFL's going. Maybe Madden
But
is
that's
a thing.
ridiculous when it's only one team that's doing it. you
Oh,
what
I
mean?
know. But it's all baseball started like that too. Only 1 or 2 teams were using MLB, and then everybody started using it. So maybe this is culture. Maybe
It's
it
hilarious
changes
because it's the Jets. I don't care.
I think what happened and what made it so ridiculous is we have scouts and we have talent evaluators, and you're listening to your high school son based off a video game.
Yeah.
Like you're paying guys probably 6 figures, I would assume, to
Mhm.
do these evaluations on these athletes.
So that just means you don't trust your scouts or what?
Like, right?
You don't trust the guys you pay?
You have teams to do, not like one guy. They have whole departments of guys to do this stuff. And you're like, you know what? Fuck it. My kid says this guy's like an 82 on Madden. I'm not getting that guy. No, thank you. Get me an 87 or higher.
Hey, but look at this, Vinny. Just get good on Madden, and you can get a starting job for the New York Jets next season.
Nobody's higher than me, bro. I'll tell you what.
Oh my God.
Listen, I don't know if I'd want a job at the Jets. I'll tell you that one. Actually,
Hey, the
I
salary
would
might be
move back
good,
to
though.
New York.
That's
No,
the thing.
thank you.
The only thing I'm going to say about Geno Smith is, even if being a starting quarterback, second string, third string, even a third string quarterback still makes like $250,000 a year. So I would be a third string quarterback for the fucking price.
I mean, I'm sure he's made quite a bit of money working in the league, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I really like, again, we went to the same college. We're both WVU guys. I always really liked and I always rooted for Geno. But like the reality just was like, you know, the guy that the Raiders got to hopefully stabilize their quarterback position he was so awful last season. Like it was when I heard the Jets actually went and got him like on purpose, I was like, oh, they must be tanking. Like it just that was my own like right? Like what else could you think?
Yeah, what else? Yeah.
Well, it'd be horrible if we
starting
had Jets
quarterback,
fans in
no?
there because they'd be like, Jets fans would be like, oh, we got 10 wins with Gino. And I'm like, are you crazy?
Like, listen, man, I would love for him to have like it would be amazing if he had a good season. If he had a good season, if the defense played well, like if all of a sudden Aaron Glenn was like the new hot coach, but it's the Jets, so I have zero faith.
Yeah. And Vinny, I gotta be honest with you. I did not like Geno Smith in Seattle. Not at all.
I mean, his whole comeback story was fun, but besides that, I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
All he did, like, okay, so I'm gonna say this out loud. Like again, I like Geno, like because we went to the same college, but Geno went from bad to mid. Like he like Sam Darnold became the quarterback who wins 14 plus games a year consistently with different teams. He didn't do
so
that.
whose comeback story are you buy
Yeah.
into more? You buy more into Darnold's comeback for
Like
sure.
he didn't go from bad to good. He went from bad to mid. Like
Exactly.
you know, unfortunately, that's just the truth. So I like Geno, but yeah, I mean, he's not the answer.
Oh, here's an absolutely hilarious thing about this. I don't know. I'll tell you this one. I did this for shits and giggles. It wasn't like they actually traded for this. I forced a trade, but I literally put Patrick Mahomes going to the Jets, and they still couldn't win more than 3 games.
Ridiculous.
You know, it's the organization. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Patrick Mahomes went to the Jets, and he couldn't win 3 games. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
It does feel like the organization won't win until they switch ownership, and maybe I'm
Yeah.
wrong. But
It all starts with Woody Johnson for sure, and I've been
I don't
saying
know.
that for years.
Speaking of NFL owners, Jerry Jones has been real quiet this year.
Yeah.
I mean, there were fights with
When
his
he's-
team this week, and I still haven't heard him.
When he's quiet, it's a good thing. When he's quiet, it's a good thing. You don't want headlines around this guy.
I know. I was really surprised. The Cowboys had 10 fights in one practice, and Jerry didn't say a word.
Nothing. Yeah,
Schottenheimer handled the whole conversation.
right.
And
That's showing maturity from Schottenheimer.
it sounds like this is their new identity. Like they're going to be bullied. They want to be the tough guys on the field, right? Like you're not going to push us around.
well,
That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
I'm
I
thinking
like it.
though. I'll give you this one. The reality is, I think what it is I think Jerry's at an age now that he's just realization that he's not gonna be around much longer, so he's just kind of
Right.
giving up on it.
Mhm.
And that's probably for the better for the Cowboys.
Yeah, Jerry's probably
Jerry's
like
at
what?
least
Jerry's probably
he's
like what,
probably
like
a clone
90
already.
now? Like he's got to be up in the 80s or 90s.
Look, Jerry has like 6 clones and freezers. He's not even worried about it. Jerry's not going anywhere for a long time, man.
Mm-mm.
That guy.
They're gonna
guy's-
AI
I mean,
Jerry.
even when he does give up on the team, his son, his family's just gonna take over the team. So
Well, it's crazy because, like, right? See, he's twice my age, so I just don't remember a time without him. Like
Yeah.
there was, I believe, I'm pretty sure when I was alive, he wasn't always the owner, but
mhm.
I don't.
Yeah.
I always remember him. You know, in the last 30 plus years.
Well, Jerry Jones is no different than Jerry Reinsdorf. Like it's the same difference. It's like these guys been around forever.
Yep.
Because Jerry's 90. So I mean, like he's got to give up on the Bulls. He got to give up the White Sox because he's 90 years old. He's got 10 years at best, if not.
Oh yeah, Jerry bought the Cowboys when I was 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's had them like my whole life.
Yeah.
I don't remember I don't remember the era before that. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I remember Jerry Jones my whole life. Since I started watching football the year Jerry Jones took over as the owner. So yeah,
Okay.
he's the only thing I've ever known. 1989. Fuck.
Yeah, but he
Some of
walked
us
in
weren't
with
even
Troy
alive yet.
Aikman.
Born yet.
So like,
Dude. All right. So
Anyways,
I mean, listen, that's kind of like all I got for this. You know, we've been rocking for a little bit. I like that.
yeah.
I know we have some NBA stuff. I mean,
It's
might as
it's
well
off
touch on-
season. There's no
And that's- Wait
There's
till
really
So
nothing
I
to
kind of
talk
just throw it
about.
in there for just topic if we don't have
Right.
much about to talk about. 'Cause
Right.
Yeah, there's not really too much going on. Like, I'm not
No.
really too into the NBA thing right now. I'm excited for when it comes back, but we already talked about the big stuff last week, the schedule stuff, and there's
Yeah.
nothing else that's really happened. Oh, wait,
No.
whoa. Okay, wait, hold on. Something did happen today.
Oh, the Harden thing. Yeah.
yeah, the hard.
Harden-
Well,
3 years on
so
hard.
Harden got
That's
extended,
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
and
Any
there was
fan
a
of any
five-team
East
trade.
team,
got overpaid,
any
bro.
fan of any team in the Eastern Conference is happy about that.
Like, yeah.
Wait, but did you hear about this 5-team trade?
The
With,
Peyton Watson Cavs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, okay,
That's
so
a good
let me
move. That's
ask.
a good move for sure. Yep.
Here,
That's a good
let me
move.
ask you guys this one question based off that trade, because this was kind of weird to me. I guess what have the Nuggets done for Jokic?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing for him.
Nothing.
What happened
If
to
anything, the team has only gotten worse year by year.
Like,
Like
If
ever
I'm
since
Jokic, I'm not
ever
signing
since they
an
won the
extension.
championship, they've done nothing for him. If not, lose a lot of talent.
if I'm Jokic, I'm not signing that extension.
No way.
I don't like.
No way.
I just,
mean, they already did extend him, but once his contract is over, I mean, he's either retiring or he's off the Nuggets.
yeah, I don't. It doesn't really like. Good. It is a good. It's a good trade. Like the overall trade is a good trade.
For Cleveland, yeah, not for Denver.
It's not like there's
Denver's
nothing
a
there
huge-
for Denver.
Denver's a huge loser in that for sure.
And I mean, honestly, even the Clippers getting Strus out of the deal, Strus was really valuable in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Strus had more gumption in the playoffs than Harden or Mitchell.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. All right. Well, anyway, but we'll get back to the NBA.
Does this
soon.
make the Cavs more of contenders? I wouldn't say so. I mean,
Well, right. So what you just said before, I think, is the big thing. As an East basketball fan, right? I'm a Knicks fan. You're a Heat fan.
right.
What that told me,
James
is I
Harden
do
is
not
staying
have
in the
to take
East.
Cavs
Yay, they'll
serious.
choke more.
Yeah. So for the 26, 27, 27. So basically to 2030, I don't have to worry about the Cavs.
Right. I mean, they're Donovan
No doubt.
and Harden is their backcourt. Like,
Bro, I
hello?
can't believe they gave Harden like almost $100 million. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like that threw me off, dude. I wasn't expecting that. Like, I heard he was going to get extended there. I just 3 years. Like Harden's getting 3 more years.
And yeah, like Peyton Watson's a good player, but he's not. I mean, he's had one good season. He's improved every year. He's a good piece, but will he really fit with them? I don't know. Who knows?
It doesn't. But here's the thing: after you saw the Donovan Mitchell in the Eastern Conference Finals, and you saw Harden, you know what Harden is, right?
Right.
After you saw that, adding Watson doesn't move the needle.
No, it doesn't.
No, you needed another serious piece because those two obviously are not it.
And I think they
So-
needed to split them up, like because they obviously those two didn't work together. I mean, Donovan,
No.
you can't really you can knock Donovan from last year, but he's been a playoff riser throughout his career. Like he's not. It's not normal for him to play in the playoffs like he did last year. So you can't really knock him.
I'll be real. It felt like he got to the place mentally in the Knicks series where he was like, "These motherfuckers around me ain't gonna do nothing. I'm good." Like,
Exactly.
all right, Brunson, you got it. Like,
Yep. I get
I
it.
got to deal with Harden, so I'm gonna just you got it.
He's just like, oh, I'm gonna carry the load. I'm still gonna end up falling short because of this guy's deficiencies.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, fuck it. I don't care.
So kind of crazy. And
Because
then
Donovan is usually a guy that rises in the playoffs. Like he's averaged I think 20 plus points in his playoff career, like 25.
who knows? Maybe he'll bring it back this year. We'll see.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, right? We've been doing a sports space, right?
Yep.
On Fridays.
Yep.
What time are we dialing in for tomorrow, fellas?
12 or 1, whatever works.
You guys, tell
I
me.
will. I unfortunately will not be available because I have to. It's not my fault. It was the situation I'm in. Should have been done by today if I was helped in this situation, but I'm so far behind. I gotta get this done by 2 o'clock, or I have no way of getting home. So
Right.
I unfortunately 2 o'clock. I'll be on a bus.
Well, listen, this is all. When we need, we'll just have Cove dial in and put his earpiece in and stay on mute. No problems.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's all.
Cool.
You'll just be
All right.
another
Yeah,
phone call.
it'll be just us. That's cool.
and just after
Yeah,
talking. Yep.
no big deal. So we'll decide officially for
Let's do
like
that one.
12
Let's
to
do that
1.
one. That's perfect.
All right, so yeah, so we'll do it at 1. So 1 o'clock Eastern tomorrow, guys. We're gonna have a live space going on X, talking sports, where you guys can hop on, bring your
We'll have a
teams,
link set up
bring your beef,
tonight.
and we'll chop it up. All right, and that's all we got tonight on Vinny's Corner, man. It's been a pleasure, fellas.
Yep.
As always.
As
All right,
always.
I'll see y'all next week.
Yeah.